Alright, hey guys, it's Crazy Lanes. Welcome back to the Nr2003 season. We're here for race 14 today, but we're going to take a look at the points before we get on into it. Right now, Dan Park is your points leader over Josh Fox by 37 points. They both have a win. Actually, your top three all have wins. Causey back in third, 164 back. He still has a little bit to climb out of a hole still. Cropley is fourth. Looks like 170. Hold on, fixing my glasses. Sorry. 172 back. And Bowen Adams, fifth. He's been working his way back up. Now, oh my lord. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. Cropley's been Bowen Adams been working his way up slowly but surely. He's 178 back. Hodak, Devin Smith, Connor Cunningham, Barrett Compton, and Joshua Balliet, your top 10. Markle, Ben Parker, Schaefer, Andrew the fourth, and Carlos Gutierrez, your bottom 5. Statistics going into the race. We'll go take a look at those. Wins, only person with 2, still Emerson. Emerson is, looks like, sorry. Emerson is 18th in the points, so he still could be doing a lot better, not very consistent. Top 5s is Dan leading it, and then Bowen, Cropley with 4, 3 for Devin Smith, Jesse Adams. Top 10s, Ben Park with 7, Bowen Adams 6, Cropley, Devin Smith, and Emerson Arden all with 5. Poles, only person to have 2, Devin Smith. And then everything else. Laps led is the only other one that I really like looking at. Devin Smith 155 over Emerson 153. Connor 148. Bowen 140. And Adam Gardner 115. And then all the other things. Let's get on into it here. Alright. Do 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 do. There, Vegas is the next race. My bad. Let me make sure I got everything right. So I've been doing testing just to make sure everything's okay. Yep, and 103 for that. Alright, it's 121 laps here today, 2 fuel and tires. 39 drivers here today, 103 for the field strength. That's for the what's been changing for most of it. And let's get on into Vegas here as I pull up the drivers list while we go through quali.
Drivers, cars.
Alright, boop, boop, and boop. Alright, there we go. Pole sitter is Carlos Gutierrez. Had a great run going last week over Colin Cropley, Dylan Rash, Mitchell Hodak, Andrew the fourth, Brian Glenn, Farron Elam, Smash and Palmer, your points leader, Dan Park, and Daniel Voiles. Fox second in points is 17th. And then Hoax coming from the back. Krishna back in Causey, Andrew the fifth, and Sam Oscon. Now let's get on through happy hour. And see who has some race pace here today. Looks like Jesse Adams at the moment, right away into practice. Other than that, we will see. Josh O'Malley up to the top of the charts in happy hour. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, almost at the end. 4 minutes. Looks like Joshua Balliet got the fastest. And then your top 10, Jesse, Luna, Voiles, Wade, Bowen, Zimmerman, Causey, Compton, and Cropley, your top 10. And if you want to see where you're at, there you are. And then let's continue on to the race here.
Drivers, to your...
That's my bad. I forgot to do the gentlemen start your engines. Actually, my bad. Alright. Here we go. 121 laps here at Vegas today. A long race. A long race. Pace car pulls off. We are green at Vegas. There, side by side, Cropley. I think got to the line technically first. Looks like everybody crossed the line. I think. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Everybody crossed the line. Nobody's having problems, so we're all good. Carlos Gutierrez clears for the race lead. Here comes Dylan Rafferty inside of Colin Cropley for second, with Andrew the fourth right behind him. Side by side. Try it at your best, knock out 3 wide, and we already have that back here. I'm gonna go watch this and see what happens. It's usually where it tends to be dangerous. Sometimes they can easily make it through it. They have 2 rows of 3 wide back here though right now. And the 88 almost hits Wells, and we'll go back up here. Dylan Rash still fighting Colin Cropley up here, and I think the Highline's starting to prevail for the 3 car. But here comes Dylan Rash into 3 and 4, sends it on in there. It looks like Cropley though gets that Highline run, and he will clear him. As they make it to lap 3 here for Carlos Gutierrez. And your points leader, Dan Park, qualified pretty well. He's up here in the top 5 right now. Fox trying to chase him down in this race. And I forgot who was third already, so that's my bad. I don't remember if pulling up the points during the race was screwed up or not. Uh, Brian Glennon here battling Farron Elam Jr. That it looks like for around the 6th position. Brian clears him for that. And that's starting to single file out here. Devin Smith side by side with Mitchell Hodak there. He clears as they start to string out here a little bit. Still a big clump of cars towards the back. Devin Smith now down to the inside of Farron Elam Jr. here. And Dylan Rash trying to go back to the inside of Colin Cropley there, but couldn't get that move to work. Dives down to the inside, going here in turn 1 and 2. Can Dylan get that stick? He makes it stick easily there. Comes Andrew the fourth. Now trying to get up into the 3rd spot. Drafting down the back straightaway. See if he can make a run, but can't make a move here into 3 and 4. No yellow. Dylan has a run off of turn 4. Can he get around Carlos Gutierrez? Did not get a good enough around there. We'll continue to watch this battle for a second, and then we'll go back a little bit. Dylan trying his hardest to go to the inside here. And then Carlos Gutierrez slides up the track. But Dylan could not get a run there. Well, he sends it into 3 and 4. Carlos enters the lane higher there. And gets a better run off the corner. Here comes Cropley again with Andrew the fourth right behind him. And here comes Cropley, dives down to the inside along with Andrew the fourth underneath the 97 Dylan Rash there. Side by side, Cropley. Cropley, like I said, I think is also top 5 in the points now. I think he's like 160, 170 something back. He's got some work to do. Oh, Cropley gets moved out the way. Almost gets hit by the 11, but doesn't. Cropley just drifts up the track. Here comes Andrew the fourth to the inside with Dan Park now looking to extend that points lead. Gets past the 3 here. Need to see him back out a little bit of this. You guys need to see the 18 fall, but he's showing that he wants to be the champion this year. He has a win, proving that he can be super consistent and get a win in the year for the champion. Dan Park though battling Brian Glennon back here. Brian Glennon on the outside, trying to see what he can do. They're side by side here for the 6th, 5th position. Sorry, Brian Glennon gonna have that at the line. Still side by side, Brian Glenn and Dan Park. Brian Glenn clears. Van Elam Jr. trying to use the high line now to get around Dan Park. Can he get that to work? Nope. Here comes Devin Smith in the 9 car. He wants the 7th position. Dylan Ibrahim up in the top 10. Mitchell Hodak also. Huber just outside. Fox, your second place driver in the points. 37, I think, back. 15th right now. Had some work to do to catch up to the 18. So you look through the back of the pack. How some people are doing. Merkel still not having a good day. Back of the pack. Emerson with 2 wins. All the way back in last at the moment. Not having a good day here. I guess we'll... no battles really until about where the 25 is for what, 21st? Yeah. Got some jostling going on around back here still. Angel Gutierrez, Reese Schaefer, Lingerfelt in the 5, Reese in the 17, Adam Garner, Season 1 champion in the 42, back in 19th, and Voiles in the 26. I thought I just saw him. I think he's up here. And Voiles, your last season champion, is 13th at the moment. So we don't have any battles at the moment. But Dan Park looks close to Brian Glennon here for the top 5. Maybe wants to make a move for that position again. Because we're in lap 12 of 121. I'm not sure when they're going to pit here, so we will see. Dan trying to bump the 14 out the way, but can't quite get there. As Carlos Gutierrez dominating this once again. Hopefully he has some better strategy here today. And I will be right back, guys. We're going to stay on Brian Glennon and Dan Park. Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. But Dan Park side by side with Brian Glennon here for the 5th position. With Farron Elam Jr., Devin Smith right behind them. Still side by side. Dan really wants to get into that 5th position, but Farron Elam Jr. is helping on the outside. Trying to help Brian Glennon get a great run on top. Can't quite get there. Devin Smith also to the inside of Farron. And that's bringing the 31 to Dylan Ibrahim here also. Side by side Farron. They all clear single file except for Farron and Dylan Ibrahim back here. And it looks like Dylan Rash caught up to Carlos Gutierrez but could not get the move done. And they all single file back out for right now. Looks like Andrew the 4th might be making a move. I think he got around Cropley there at some point and I just didn't see it, so that's my bad. Or Cropley fell back, one of the two. Devin Smith looks like he might have a run here in turn 1 on Brian Glennon, but doesn't move out of line. Farron going a little high there. We got basically a top 4 pull away. Dan Park back in 5th, 1.5 back. Top 4 within a second of each other. It's about 8-second spread right now from the field to the leader. Andrew the 4th looks like he might have a run on Dylan Rash here, going for 2nd. Maybe not, couldn't quite get there. It has Cropley there, he got a little loose, it looks like. Here comes Cropley now to the inside off for turn 2. Side by side down the back straightaway. Trying to side draft, but can't get to that quarter panel. And falls back in line. And we got battling going on back here again. Devin Smith against Brian Glennon. Smith had a great run off of turn 4. Brian Glennon almost hits the wall, it looks like. Smith clears him with ease for now. Brian Glennon falls back. They got a big stack up back here. The 8 had to check up there. Michael Hoax, or Mitchell Hodak, sorry. And here comes Matthew Hubert, maybe to the inside. For the 10th position, almost hits the 8 car. Almost had that happen. You want the bottom line, but you couldn't have it right there. But Metro Hodek had a great run on the outside, but here comes Hubert. Hubert takes the inside. Not quite clear, but is in 10th that lap. Still side by side back here. It looks like Hodek will hold on for right now. Looks like Dylan Rash may be closing back in on Carlos Gutierrez. Dylan Abraham's also up here, right behind Farron Elam Jr. They're catching Brian Glennon there. Carlos Gutierrez still holding a good lead. Here comes Farron Elam Jr. to the inside of Brian Glennon here now for the 7th position. Another battle inside the top 10. But Brian Glennon has a great run on the outside and can't quite get there. But will Dylan Abraham get to the outside of the one? It looks like he might get to the outside of Farron. Can he make it stick though? Not quite. Hubert's still battling Mitchell Hodek back there for the 10th position. Hubert really wants that 10th spot, gets it on this lap. Trying to make the complete pass around the 8 car, and he gets there. Finally completes it. Voiles might follow suit here to get up into 11th. The 8's going to possibly fall back to 12th here. Dylan Rash looks like he might have caught up to the leader. Not quite. Oh, Devin Smith to the inside of Dan Park now. He wants the top 5 spot. Smith says he has a good long run car here. He clears the 18 with ease. Devin Smith up into 5th. Can he go catch the leaders and maybe make a move? As we go back here, Voiles looks like he got around the 8 easily, and the 8 Hodek still falling back. Maybe he had something wrong with his car, not having a good day. Everybody's still in the race at the moment. Dylan Rash caught back up to Carlos Gutierrez. Can he make a move? Goes to the inside here in turns 1 and 2. Can he make it stick? Actually does this time. Will the 21 be able to hang on? On the outside, here comes Angel the 4th though. Almost hits the wall up there. Side by side. Dylan Rash goes in. Can't hang in there. Trying his hardest to though. Carlos Gutierrez still on the outside. Looks like they should clear Andrew the 4th. And they do. Here comes Angel the 4th. Can they get to 2nd though? Get around Carlos Gutierrez, the 21. Maybe not having a good long run car here. Side by side now. As Dylan Rash pulls away. Angel the 4th dives back down to the inside here as we're coming to lap 25 this time already. Still side by side. Devin Smith, though, looking on Cropley now here, too. He wants up into 4th. Angel the 4th still trying to get around the 21 car. Cannot make it work. And now he holds up everybody behind him. Here comes Devin Smith, though. Can he make another move? He wants to go up to 3rd, maybe. Gets help from Dan Park there. Angel the 4th just leaves it open. Here comes Devin Smith now. Side by side with Angel the 4th. Cropley also up on top. Trying to hang on. Dan Park wants back in the top 5 here. Still battling. Double file back here. For 3rd to 6th. Brian Glennon also trying to get back up here. Andrew the 4th clears on the high line. As Dylan Rash pulls away. Here comes Dan Park now to the inside of Devin Smith. Smith maybe can he make the high line work? Couldn't speak there for a second, goddamn. But here comes Andrew the 4th. Blocks the high line, but goes back down in front of Dan Park there. And here comes Brian Glennon to the inside of Colin Cropley. We have 6 cars battling back here now. Carlos Gutierrez trying his hardest to close back in on Dylan Rash. Devin Smith trying to make the high line work and get clear of the 18 of Dan Park. Looks like they will. Brian Glennon now trying to clear Cropley as Cropley starts to fall back a little bit. Hubert moved his way up into 9th. Trying to get around Dylan Abraham now back here. Farron Elam Jr. falls to 10th, and outside your top 10 is that 8 car, Mitchell Hodak, who's fallen Cropley get a great run off of turn 2 here. And clears Brian Glennon back. And Brian can't hang on at the moment. Dylan Rash still hanging tough on to the race lead here at Vegas. Are we getting pit stops here? Why are they all hugging the bottom? Nope. It's just a line there. Matthew Hubert to the inside of Dylan Ibrahim. Wants to get up into 8th. Slowly working his way through the top 10. Voiles now looking inside the top 10 to the inside of Farron Elam Jr. Cropley also has Brian Glennon to the inside. Everybody up here still single file. Cropley gets clear. Dylan Abraham gets clear at the 12. Hubert still sends it on in there, almost hits the 31. Oh, it does hit the 31. I don't know, the 31's pitting. Okay, did not expect that. That was definitely close. Can't just stop in the middle of the track, but we are in lap 30 and pit stops are starting. Ooh, could be a fuel mileage race. No yellow, but I think everybody else is pitting here. Anybody else staying out? One more lap. Does not look like it. So we're going to go with Dylan Rash here. Oh, maybe the 4. Nope, that was, yeah, the 4 stayed out. We'll go stay with the 4. Did they get damaged though? Nope, Jay McDonald just staying out longer. Dylan Rash though, we'll see where he comes out in comparison to those leaders. These guys probably won't come out near them, but they're playing the field strat over here. I think it's 4 guys, yep. Jay McDonald, Merkel, Andrew the 5th, and Sam Oskin all trying to play a field strat. We'll see what happens. So there's Dylan Abraham beat Voiles, it looks like. So the positions definitely got shook up there. Four ties for everybody. I mean, Andrew the 5th had a great stop. They're down and away. Let's see if we can see leaders go by or not. If we do, we'll go back onto the track. You can hear them. So it looks like Dylan Rash should be the race leader. We'll wait for it to cycle out now. It should still be the race leader, I should say. Everybody's still in the race. Fastest lap goes to Devin Smith so far, so he definitely has a fast car. And we will go through the top 10 here in a second, and they should be pitting around lap 60 again. Dylan Rash is your race leader over Dylan Ibrahim. Voiles had a great stop. Andrew the 4th, Devin Smith. Joshua Marcy out of nowhere into the top 10 had a great stop. Dan Park still 6th. Aaron Elam Jr. 7th. 8th. Sorry, 8th? Is the 20 or... Oh, I'm hitting the wrong one. And Marcy is 6th. 7th, Dan Park. 8th, Farron. Carlos Gutierrez falls to 9th. Cropley is 10th. Outside the top 10 that was there, Hubert. Damn, Brian Glennon fell back way. Down to 19th. The 8 was close there. He's down to 25th. Anybody else? I don't think so. Alright, and we're back to the front. Dylan Abraham is there, though. Slowly but surely, can he get around Dylan Rash? Now, that is the question. Voiles wants to get a win here. Shows he still has it after dominating last season. Being the most consistent driver. We'll go back here now. No battles really going on. Maybe Cropley trying to hang on to the top 10 over Michael Hoax here. in the 71 with Hubert right there also in the 12. Fox, though, definitely losing points to Dan Park here today. As they're down in 21st, as Dan is 7th right now. Trying to get another top 10 on the year. Hubert still side by side with the 71 of Hoax, trying his hardest to get into 11th right now. He's going to clear there. We'll go back up here. Devin Smith getting passed by Joshua Mercy. Mercy right now side by side, but falls out down underneath. Here comes Dan Park, wants the 6th position here. And Dylan Rash, Dylan Ibrahim, and Daniel Voiles. Man, DDD. All top 3 at the moment. Andrew, Devin Smith, and Joshua Mercy now battling Dan Park here again. Dan Park to the inside forward, the 6th position on Joshua Mercy. Barrett Elam Jr. now catching up because of this. Nobody out of the race. Dan cannot get it to stick. What about Farron? Farron's there. Dylan pulls a little bit on Dylan Abraham there. As I think this is still the close up. Devin Smith trying to go around Andrew the 4th here for the 4th position. Couldn't get that to make it work. Couldn't get that to work, I should say. Sorry. Devin Smith has another great run. It looks like the 3 and 4. About Dan Park. Dan Park has another great run on Josh Mercy here. Goes down to the inside. Side by side now with the 88. Farron, though, also now looking in to make a move. Can he get a run on the outside, but maybe goes back to the inside in Dan Park. Dan just blocks, but here comes Farron to the inside now. Marcy blocks the bottom there with all that going on. Farron to the inside. Can he make that stick? But Dan gets a great run off of turn 4. Still at the quarter panel, though, is the one. Still at that left rear. But Dan has a great run through 1 and 2 on the outside and clears the 1. Devin Smith clears Andrew the 4th. He's up into 4th place now. Can he go catch the top 3 and maybe make a pass? He's the only one that I've been seeing consistently pass people, I feel like, this whole race. So we'll see what he continues to do. Crawford still hanging on to the top 10. Hubert 11th wants to get in there. There, massive battle back here towards around 15th, 14th position. Joshua Balliot around Adam Gardner, your season 1 champ. But Ben Park, who hasn't had the best of years, bottom 5 of the points right now, along with the 10 of Markle. They need to have some good, strong finishes here towards the end of the year to maybe at least not finish bottom half of the points. I don't know if they can make it to the lead unless they start finishing really consistent here. We're just going through the field. Nobody really battling in the top 10 at all. We'll just continue to watch the battle between Adam Gardner and Joshua Balliot and Ben Park back here. Markle also now to the inside of Ben Park. Park stuck on the outside line right now. Gets a decent run out the corner there. Top 3 still within a second of each other. We got about 2 seconds. To the next, what, 4? The 1's all by himself, and then the 21 to 3 are really by themselves up there. And now they're just slowly pulling away. Now we just wait for the tire wear to kick in again. Let's see, can Voiles catch the 31 at all? Trying to catch up to Dylan Ibrahim. Stayed about the same from the race leader that time by. Sebastian Palmer has the fastest lap of the race now. Everybody's still in the race. A whole 16-second gap. They caught up a little bit. Dylan Abraham catching up to Dylan Rash here this lap. Maybe that tire wear is kicking in for the 97 here. We will see. Max and Jesse Adams battling for last, unfortunately for them. Max really hasn't had a good year either. I think he's bottom 5 in the points. And still bottom 5 in this race at the moment, unfortunately. We'll go back now. Van Elam Jr. catch up to Dan Park here. Can he make a move for 7th? Definitely the closest gap, I think, in the top 10 at the moment. Could be wrong. Just not a lot of passing. I don't know why there was so much passing in the first round, but this run they have none. Weird. Here comes Farron now. Looking maybe, nope, Dan now looking to the inside. Josh Mercy, but couldn't get there. We'll continue to watch the time up top to see if they get close to Dylan Rash at all or not. But Farron poking his nose to the inside of Dan Park maybe. Can't quite get there though. But it's stacking everybody up behind Dan Park with how hard this is. Oh, Dylan Rash pulled away again. Here comes Carlos Gutierrez. Can he make a move on the one of Farron Elam Jr.? Properly though, looking to the inside of the 21. Couldn't quite get there, trying to squeeze the nose in there. Has a good run off of turn 2, but cannot make it work. Voiles catching up to Dylan Abraham here. Can he make a move for 2nd? I was definitely thought Devin Smith in the 9 car was going to make a move or catch up to these guys. I mean, he slowly but surely is, but thought it was going to be a little bit faster than that. Voyle falls back again from the 31. I mean, it's really single file everywhere right now. Unless it's back here. Reese Schaefer battling for 24th, 25th maybe. Something like that. Falling back towards the back of the pack. Van Elam Jr. very close to Dan Park again. Can he make it work? Trying different lines, but nothing's working. That bottom, that one groove is very good here. Cropley falls back again. As Dylan Rash just pulls way ahead. I don't know what he did differently that time. At least the race is going by fast. It could be the first non-caution race in a while. Oh wait, no. Did Watkins go and go caution free? My bad. Well, first oval to go caution free in a while, I should say. They're all just pulling away from each other. Oh, we got a big stack up back here. Around the 15th position. 14th, sorry. Adam Garner battling Michael Hoax. Side by side, Adam clears the 71. So we just continue to watch the times. Ben Park battling Markle now. It's around the 15th position. As we go back up here. No one closing in on each other up front. They're really close, these three. 8th, 9th, and 10th. They're coming around pit stops again here soon. Dylan Abraham closing in on Dylan Rash once again as they come towards pit stops. Dan caught up to Josh Mercy right there quite a bit. To that Ford Credit Dodge. Here comes Carlos Gutierrez trying to make a move to the inside of Farron Elam Jr. Actually made the move stick. Made it late, but out of nowhere, the 21 has picked up a spot. He clears Cropley now, trying to go to the inside of Farron. Cannot get that stick though. These three still pretty far from each other. What about back here? Farron looks like he might be losing a little bit. So he lost that one spot. Hubert wants back in the top 10 again like at the end of the run last time. Cropley still can't get there. Here comes Hubert. Can't really do anything. I do think staying out long though for Josh, Jay McDonald worked. I mean, he's only 12th, but I don't think he was anywhere near that before. Dylan Rash just dominating this race up front. Hubert now looking to the inside of Cropley maybe. As we're waiting for pit stops to happen here again. We'll go up to Dylan Rash here as we get to around lap 60 when people start pitting. Everybody's still in the race at the moment. No. And they really can't make moves. I mean, Devin Smith's slowly catching up still. Caught up to Daniel Voiles here. Voiles pits though. So he's trying a different strategy, maybe pit a little early. Who will be the next one to come down? We're on lap 60 now. I think Rash is not pitting. I think Dylan did. Devin Smith stayed out that time. lot of different strategies now. Looks like a lot of people are still staying out. Is Dylan gonna pit this time coming to lap 62? It looks like he will. What Devin Smith does. Dan, Carlos, Jay McDonald once again stays out. We'll see where he comes out in all this. Will he be the last one? Looks like Andrew the Fifth stayed out. Sam Oscon, the 8. So you got at least 4 people stay out again. Merkel did not in the 10, it looks like. He decided to pit a little sooner than normal for him. I think he stayed out just as long as the 4 last time, but didn't this time. Interesting call. And the rest of them come in now. There's Voiles ahead of the 31, Dylan Abraham. So that early stop worked for the 26. Let's see where Jay comes out. He was just outside the top 10. I'm amazed with how clean this Vegas race has been. Now we wait to see where he comes out in comparison to the leaders. You can hear something passing him already. Now we go see who. Looks like it should be Voiles. Voiles way ahead with pitting early. We're gonna wait for it to cycle. And I mean way ahead. Voiles is the race leader over Dylan Abraham, 1.5 seconds there. 3 seconds back to Dylan Rash, who's battling Josh Marcy now for fourth. Devin Smith falls back to fifth. Andrew the fourth is in sixth. Barron's up to seventh. Dan falls to eighth. And then you got a huge battle for around ninth and 10th. Jay McDonald, his strategy's starting to work out. He's up into the top 10 with Adam Gardner, Joshua Balliet, Hoax, Cropley, and Hubert all battling for the top 10 spot. It is now ninth on back to 14th right now. Just massive battles back here. We will continue to watch this as no one else is really close. Jay just trying to hang on over Adam Gardner right now. Balliet passes the 71 Hoax. Jay sends it on in there, but Adam Gardner hanging tough on the outside. What about Josh Fox? He's back to 28th. He's not having a good day at all with pit stops. Balliet, though, he clears Adam Gardner now. Can Hoax get around him also? Balliet takes the top 10 spot. He wants another top 10 2 races in a row as he did at Glen. At the Glen. There we go. Can't speak. No, Adam clears. What about Matthew Huber? Can he get around Hoax? They're going to go 3 wide. Cropley sends it on in there. 3 wide back here. Didn't think I was going to see that at all today. And they get clear of that. Hoax still falls out. Hubert, he's the one that loses out. Goes back to 14th. We'll go back up here. This Dan Parks now catching Farron Elam. Leader still pulling away. And side by side for the third spot, Joshua Mercy, Dylan Rash. Dylan, after leading all those laps, did not have a great pit stop there. They will be pitting around lap 90 once again. Surprisingly, more battling this time around. Boyle's just pulling away. Dylan hangs tough on the outside. Here comes Devin Smith, though. Has a great run. Like I said, he can continue to pass people, but keeps having pretty, mediocre pit stops and falls back on time. Devin trying his hardest now on the outside of Mercy. Can't get it stick. Here comes Andrew the fifth, or Andrew the fourth, sorry. Back to his inside, sorry. But can the 9 get a great run here off of turn 2? It looks like he will, and he's going to stay ahead of the 11 for right now. And we'll go back here. Jay McDonald now looking to the inside of Dan Park. Trying to. Can Jay get around the 18? Dan, like I said, trying to hang on for another top 10 here and pull away in that category. Extend the points lead again. That's what he's trying to do after drop 37. Here comes Jay McDonald looking to the inside of the 18 here. And he's there. Sends it on in. Dan goes way, way wide. Is he going to be able to hang on to that? Nope. Jay now side by side. He's going to clear at the line. Here comes Joshua Balliet and Adam Gardner now in the 42. Can they all get around the 18 here? Here comes the 7. Side by side with Dan at the moment. Looking back. Here he goes. Cannot make it stick. Dan hangs tough on the outside. So go back up here. The lead is coming down. Dylan Abraham is closing slowly but surely. Got battles going on back here. Matthew Hubert trying to get back into the top 14. He was looking for a top 10 earlier, but he's not there at the moment. Adam trying to get Catch back up to Joshua Balliet, who wants a top 10. Jay McDonald really trying to move forward, trying to get around the one of Farron Elam Jr. now. He's there at the bumper. They're all catching a leader. And here goes Jay McDonald now to the inside of Farron. Trying to go around for that 7th spot. The 4 is there. Can he keep the nose stuck in through 3 and 4 here? Just keeps it there side by side. But the high line prevails, I feel like, in 3 and 4. So the 4 has to regroup again, go at it again. About half a second now from Voiles is Dylan Ibrahim. Marcy still right behind uh, Dylan Rash there. And same with Devin Smith. Jay McDonald looks like they tried to make the move and might have hindered themselves. Because here comes Dan Parkowitz again. Closes in on the one a lot. Pushes Farron Elam Jr. up the track. Jay McDonald to the inside again. Is Dan going to make a 3 wide? No, he does not. But Jay clears the one. And is now back into the race. Or not, sorry, not the race lead, but into 7th place. As the one of Fairlane falls back behind Dan Park. About half a second completely now from the race leader, Josh Mercy now. Right there behind Dylan Rash, has a good run off of turn 4. They're going to go to the inside. They do for turn 1. Mercy to the inside here. Going for 3rd place on Dylan Rash. With Devin Smith right behind in the 9. Cannot make that move work. Will Devin Smith be able to go around on the outside now? No, he will not. He tried though. Here comes Angel the Forest. Adam Gardner battling Joshua Balliet here for the 10th spot. And Adam going to use the high line, go around on the outside. Going to clear the 7 car, and he's up into the top 10. Cropley, Merkel, Huber also back here battling. Just outside the top 10. Dan Park trying to get back around Jay McDonald, and they do. Clears him. And Dylan Ibrahim is caught up to Daniel Voiles here. What is going to happen with this? Can Dylan Ibrahim make a move? Actually, the top 6 are almost all within a second again. And unfortunately, Christian Bracken has gone out of the race with the header. Did not see that. But they must have gotten to pit road and we just didn't see it, unfortunately. Dylan Ibrahim can't quite get there, but here comes Dylan Rash back up here. And the top 6 are within a second of the leader again. We'll go back. Jay McDonald still trying to battle Dan Park back here. About 4 seconds back. Still, they gain time. Because they're all single file for the moment. And Devin Smith, who I think has one of the better cars, can he do anything? He doesn't even have a top 10 fastest time, I'm surprised. Josh Fox is falling all the way back to 30th, not having a good race here at all. That's top 10, no battling. Back there either. Devin Smith Still right behind Josh Marcy. Has a great run, but can't do anything with it. Backs off into the corner there. Yum. So Abraham taking a different line than Voiles here. Maybe that'll give him the run off of turn 2. Or turn 4, sorry. Made that mistake a couple times today, I think. Will Dylan Abraham be able to make a move? Not close enough. Devin Smith falling back now. Maybe Andrew the Fourth will make a move. Here comes Dylan Rash to the inside of Dylan Abraham. Abraham had a horrible turn there. Marcy also here. Dylan sends it to the inside for second place. Now this is going to allow Voiles to pull away once again. Side by side for second, but Dylan Abraham holds on the top side. Nope. Rash is still there for the moment. And here comes Devin Smith now. Looking to the inside of Marcy. Almost pushes him up the track. That was close. Dylan Abraham lost that position. Voiles now pulling away. But Dylan Abraham trying to go back to the inside of Dylan Rash now. Rash should have a great round here down the front straightaway. About these guys, anybody can make a move back here? Marcy now dives down to the inside of Dylan Abraham. Can't quite make it. Oh, he still puts nose in there. Taps the 31, I think, a little bit. He wants to get up into fourth. Up into third, sorry. Side by side. Devin Smith now looking for that spot also here still. Looks like Marcy will clear the 31. Devin Smith now going to clear Dylan Abraham, and I think Andrew the Fourth will also clear him. Poor Dylan Abraham, his car finally gave out. So they all got to chase down Voiles once again. Back around, Farron Elam Jr. He is trying to get passed by Adam Gardner, trying to go up in the ninth. Couldn't quite get that to work. Dylan Abraham, though, trying to go back around the outside of Devin Smith. Not quite working, but might get a run down here on the front straight. They catching up to Voiles, though. Yes, they are again. But we're coming up to pit stops here again within the next 5 laps, I think. So it all depends on when people pit. Whoever pits, I think, earliest might actually come out the race leader again. We will see. Jay McDonald, like I said, has gained time too from pitting the farthest, or the last person to pit. Dylan Rash just caught up to Voiles. As they're here on lap 88 now. Everybody else still in the race except for Christian Bracken with the header problem. No new fastest laps in a while. They're like 2 seconds off the pace right now of that. I don't think anybody's going a lap down here. Not with the way everybody's driving. Dylan lost a little time there. His positions are stagnant at the moment. Dylan Rash though is there at the race leader. Can he make a move on Daniel Voiles before pit stops? Dylan gets a little bit of a good run off of turn 4. Can he make a move with that? He's there to the inside of Voiles for the race lead. Voiles hanging tough for the most of this run. But side by side now for the race lead with Dylan Rash to the inside. Rash could not get it to stick. But he sends it back in and on turn 4. Voiles, though, almost stops right in front of him. I think Voiles is pitting. Coming in on lap 90 to 91, so they all should make it on fuel. But we will see what happens here. Marcy, though, is here. That Dylan Rash goes to the inside. With getting slowed up from when Voiles pit there. Side by side now for the race lead, but will these guys pit? Who will be the last one to pit, and can they all make it on fuel to 121? They should be able to. Dylan stays out again. Same with Devin Smith. Dan Park stays out again too. Jay McDonald up to fourth because of staying out again. Maybe they're trying to hope for a caution. Dylan Rash pits. Devin Smith pits. Dan and Jay McDonald pit. Anybody else gonna stay out again? Looks like the 77 Andrew the fifth is gonna stay out. The only driver go another lap, so he's making sure on fuel that he's good. It looks like Dylan Rash might come out at first on pit road, or maybe that's just them crossing the line down there. But we'll see. Andrew the fifth, I think, has been towards the back all day, but has decided to be on a different strategy here towards the end of the race, going as long as he can, make sure he can make it to the end. And we'll stay with him on pit road. There's Voiles, way ahead of the 88, 31, and 11. Looks like the order might be reshuffled again. We might be able to see the leaders come around with the 77 where he is on pit road. I didn't see him, but Andrew's fifth coming off of pit road now, has a long way to go. There's Voiles. Voiles is your race leader. Over, it looks like Josh Mercy, Dylan Abraham, Andrew the fourth. Man, Michael Hoax up to out of nowhere. Dylan Rash falls back. Devin Smith. It looks like Balliet will be in the top 10. Same with Causey. So Dan Park is falling back outside the top 10 as the order gets redone right now. So it is Voiles over Josh Mercy, Dylan Abraham, and they're about 2 seconds back. Andrew the fourth, Michael Hoax, Dylan Rash, Devin Smith battling Joshua Balliet right now with Causey. Then there's Adam Garner. Then you got the four, Jay McDonald, Farron Elam Jr. There's Dan Park. Cropley keeps falling back. Hubert's falling back here. Brian Glennon was top 10 earlier, falling back. Your pole sitter, I think, was the 21, right? Or he led laps early, falling back. Andrew was last on the pit. And the rest of your field, unfortunately, both Adams not having good days. They're both back at 32nd, 33rd. Josh Fox falls back even further, 34th, even though Dan's falling back. And unfortunately, last running right now, Misha Hudek. 2.4. 2.1. They caught 3/10 there in the leader. Will they be able to catch back up to Voiles before the end? That is the question. Dylan Rash, Michael Hoax now battling here for around with the fifth position, it looks like. Still side by side, Dylan goes. Hoax, great run on the outside, hangs on there. Balliet now losing the top 10 to Jay McDonald, possibly. That was really close. It's 2 seconds almost to the race leaders from Josh Mercy. They got a big stack of cars back here. Devin Smith might fall outside the top 10 now. Not having a good run towards the end of this race. Voiles now dominated the second half. We'll see if anybody can catch him before the end. We'll continue to watch the battling towards the end of the top 10. Who wants to get inside the top 10 here? Jay McDonald wants 9th from Adam Gardner here. Adam's trying to go around on the high side here, side by side with Jay. Wants ninth back. And they're not really catching Voiles now. Side by side with Jay McDonald here. Can they all make it to 21 laps on gas? That is the other question. 1.9, they're catching a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. Elliott wants to get back inside the top 10, but here comes Farron to the inside now. Elliott, though, gets a great run off the high line. Cropley really wants to get around that 18. That points leader, he wants to close that points gap. I don't think anybody inside the top 10 right now is ahead of them in the points. Maybe they're behind that close in the points. I don't remember where Devin Smith is, but I feel like he's been having a good season. I could be wrong. I don't think anybody up here has really been having a good season. I mean, Joshua Balliette's top 10 in the points, so if he can hang on here, at least stay ahead of Dan Park. He closed in a little bit on the points then. Not a lot, but, you know. 1.6 from Voiles now. Jay McDonald trying to get around Joseph Causey in the 32. I don't think Causey's been top 10 at all today up until this last pit stop. They're very close to each other back here. Here comes Jay McDonald to the inside of the 32. Jay sends it on in there, but Causey has a great run on the high line. Here comes Adam Gardner now, along with Joshua Balliette. Balliette wants to get back inside that top 10. He's there side by side with Adam Gardner now. 1.5 from Voiles to Mercy. 1.2. Mercy catching quite a bit now. They fall back there. They might be working together to get up to the 26. With how much of a run will they be able to get around the 26 right when they get there, though? Jay McDonald again trying to go to the inside of Joseph Causey for the 8th position. They're going to slow these two up again. At the line, Jay will have it. And he does clear the 32 of Joseph Causey. Causey still way high up the track. Here comes Adam Gardner trying to get to the inside. Can't quite get there, though. It looks like they're almost a second from the leader now. I don't know if they lost time there. Everybody's still in the race. As we watch the back of the top 10 still. Adam, though, hanging tough against Joshua Balliette, who's falling back a little bit. Darren Park trying to go back to the inside of Farron Elam Jr. here. Farron goes way wide. Probably going to get a good run. Or what about Ryan Keenan? Is he going to go to the inside of Dan Park now? And have a train of cars that'll pass you if you do get stuck in one of the lines. Here comes Ryan Keenan. Dan Park gets a good run again on Farron. So Jay got around Dylan Rash there too. They are within a second of Voiles now. Slowly but surely closing it. Dan gets around Farron. So he's back up into 12th now. Can Farron get back around the 18? Jay McDonald has a great car right now. Trying to go to the inside of Devin Smith now. Side by side here. Half a second from Voiles is Marcy now. Closing in. Dylan Rash gets around Devin Smith also because of this. They both clear. Now they're catching up. Jay, great run. Catching up to Michael Hooks now. Jay definitely looks like he has one of the fastest cars at the moment. Clears the 71. Dylan Rash now trying to go up to the inside of Michael Hooks. Inside the top 10 here. It's about 3 tenths from the leader. Joshua Marcy is closing in on Voiles here. With 11 laps to go. Can he make a move for the race lead? And now if they battle, will it allow the 31 and the 11 to get up here? Now Hoax gets shafted all the way on the outside. It looks like Balliet will get into the top 10 now. Possibly. Maybe not. Adam now going to the inside of Causey. Dan Park back up in that battle for the top 10. Joshua Marcy has caught up to Daniel Voiles now. With 10 laps to go here. Can he get around the 26 though? That is the question. Ford v Ford. Actually, 3 Fords and a Chevy. Now all within a second of each other. Marcy sends it on in the 3 and 4. But this is allowing the 31 and the 11 to catch up now. Marcy tries to go to the inside but can't get around the 26. Might have a run off of turn 2 though. Not quite there. Has to back it up here in 3 and 4 and maybe go for it again. Marcy's still not there. Into the 4th though, trying to get around Dylan Abraham here. What's going on back here? Dan Park up into the top 10. Elliott's fallen. Same with Farron Elam Jr. He's fallen back. And Hoax is falling outside the top 10. Voiles hanging tough even though the 88 has caught him. Maybe he's starting to put the heat back on as he pulled away just a little bit that time. Now there's still the fuel mileage question. Can they all make it? I think they can. But you never know with NR. Dylan Rash though, right there with Jay McDonald. He wants the top 5. Same with Devin Smith though. All 3 of these drivers want a top 5. They've been battling beneath the tail all day. Oh, Josh Marcy to the inside of Voiles. Sorry, I missed that, but Marcy still couldn't complete it. He will continue to stay up here, I guess, now for the rest of this race. Dylan Abraham is up here, trying to send it to the inside of the 88. And there's Andrew the 4th there. We got a 4-car battle now for the race lead. Marcy got another good run off of turn 4. Can they send it back to the inside here in the 1 and 2? They will. Marcy back to the inside. Dylan Abraham is also up here now. Here comes Andrew the 4th. They go high now with the 26. Andrew the 4th maybe now looking to the inside of the 31. And does. They're now double file, 2 rows. Marcy now clears the 26 of Voiles. Andrew the 4th got around Dylan Abraham there because of that. New race leader here. With 4 to go. Oh, can Voiles rally back up And catch back up to Marcy here. Or probably not. As Marcy is starting to pull away. Can one of the other two get around the 26 and try and catch the 88 again? Here comes Dylan Abraham to the inside of the 11. But cannot get that to work. As they try to push Voiles back up there. Maybe that's what they were trying to do. I do not know. Andrew the fourth though, very close to Voiles. We'll see if he ends up making a move here into one. Not quite. They did catch back up to Marcy a little bit with 2 to go. If the 11 gets side by side with the 26, that is going to ruin it. They backed off there. Coming through 3 and 4 this time. It looks like they all will make it on fuel. Coming out of 4, Voiles might have a run here at the 88. Maybe trying to time it up. But will he be able to send it to the inside though? That's the question. It does not look like it. Backs off again. And I think Marcy's going to have it here with that. Wills needs to have the good run out of turn 4 to be able to catch him. Here comes Andrew the fourth though for second. Voiles sends it on the outside. Marcy though coming off of turn 4 is going to come around to win here at Vegas, I think, for the first time this season. Gets it over Voiles. Andrew the fourth, Dylan Abraham. Jay McDonald gets 5th over Dylan Resch. 6th, 7th is Devin Smith. Dan Park gets back up into 8th over Adam Gardner. And Joshua Balliet gets 10th. Causey missed out and Merkel missed out. Oh. Did Hoax at the pit? We had one guy, or no, Causey pit. That's why he wasn't up there. Interesting. Alright, we will go see what happened. Race 14. Oh, boop. Las Vegas. Complete. We had 10 lead changes for 7 leaders, so a little less than normal. Race 14. We'll go to the results now. Process. Marcy passed with 10 to go. Voiles led 5 laps. Voiles led 50. Jay McDonald led 38 for Dylan Rash. 2 for Andrew the 5th. Carlos Gutierrez led 22. And then 1 all the way back here for Mitch Hodak. Unfortunately, who just kept falling back after all that. Everybody finished the race except for Christian Bracken, who had a header. Voiles was your front runner with 50 laps. Jay McDonald improved 22 places to finish, what, 5th, I think it was? 5th for, yeah, Jay McDonald, 5th from 27th. That's pretty impressive. Hodak went 30 places, dropped. Hodak started 4th and finished, unfortunately, 34th. And then, of course, your diehard racer was Causey, who ended up, I think, having to pit late. So someone couldn't make it in fuel, unfortunately. Now on to the standings. After that, Dan, of course, back 112 points ahead of Josh Fox. Not too bad. Devin Smith, though, goes up in the 3rd. 189 points back from Dan Cropley. 4th. Balliet now up to 5th in the points. After another top 10, or I think he just finished outside the top 10. I could be wrong. Let's go look at it. Bailey got 10th, but finished behind Dan, so that's unfortunate. Cunningham, Bone Adams, Jay McDonald, Mitch Hodak, and Causey, your top 10. Your biggest gainer looks like Josh Mercer from the win, up 9 places up to 19th. Biggest loser, it looks like Causey -7. -5 for Jesse, -7 for Hoax, -7 for Christian. Ben Park, unfortunately, now your worst driver of the year. Markle has now passed him with, I think, getting just outside the top 10. God damn it. Yep, just getting 11th. And unfortunately, I think Ben didn't really have a good day. He got 23rd. So it hasn't been a good year for either of those two drivers. Max Service had another bad day, drops to 37th. I mean, they're all pretty close back here in the points, but not a day they wanted. Other than that, your lowest winner is actually Reese. He dropped to 36 after winning a race early on in the year. Everybody has the top 10 except for Brian Glennon, who has still, he was running top 10 today. No top 5s, no top 10s. Unfortunate for Brian Glennon not having a year. Everybody has a top 5 except for Adam Gardner, who keeps getting top 10s now. Angel Gutierrez, who has 4 top 10s but no top 5s. Uh, Brian Glennon, of course, and Markle, who also does not have a top 5. Let's go to your statistics before the end. As for wins, nobody has 2 other than Emerson still. As for top 5s, it is still Dan Park with 5. 4 for Bone, Cropley, and Jay now who got another one. Dylan Ibrahim with 3. Top 10s, Dan Park again gets another one. Bowen, Devin, and Balliet all with 6. Cropley with 5. Poles, Devin Smith, the only one with 2. Laps completed. Dylan Rash still doing the most. 1675 over 1671 for Sam Onsgun. Causey, Devin Zimmerman, and Adam Gardner there. Laps led is now Devin Smith. I think it's still Devin Smith, sorry. 155 over Emerson, 153. Cunningham, 148, 140 for Bone Adams, and Adam Gardner, 115. And then as you can see for all the laps led here, if you want to see what you have, it's all right here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers within 100 laps led. I think it looks like everybody has led a lap this year. The only one, there's 2 people with 1. Jackson Wade with 1, and Ben Park with 1. So yeah, so everybody has led at least 1 lap this year. Clearly some more than others, but like I said, your finishing position does not matter. Like Dan Park, let's see where he's at. Dan has 68 laps. So, I mean, he's still leading laps. And your highest percentage completion on laps, it should be wherever Dylan Rash is. 99.4%. And then also, as we go down to this, I don't think